What's going on, guys? ZooMaa here. Just wanted to show some love to everybody over on the YouTube side of things and just give you guys my best. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support recently on all the videos. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, man. We got a lot of people who are tuning into the videos, but they're not subscribed. So it would mean a lot to me and the whole team if you guys hit that sub button. And once again, I hope you guys are enjoying. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have any ideas or have anything that you want me to watch or want me to react to or want me to play, any games you want to play, any ideas that you guys have or any content that you'd want to see on the YouTube channel, just drop them down in the comments below. And just thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, man.
First to three on this map, right?
Hey, Tommy, what do you think they need to fix going into the new COD? Give me your top three.
Going into the new
top
COD?
three, like, need. Not like you want, need.
This is easy, bro. Well, I know one thing for sure right off the bat. First thing they need to fix is they need to get rid of dead silence as a field upgrade and make that shit a perk, brother.
Okay, W.
Okay,
W.
They need to make a dead silence perk where you could be dead, you could be silent at all times, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's number two?
What's number two?
Number two, I think they should... See, I don't know how you guys feel about slide canceling or shit. I personally, like, don't mind slide canceling that much. So, like, if they wanted to, like, speed up the slide canceling a little bit, I think that'd be pretty cool. But I don't know how you guys feel about that. I know, I feel like with COD, bro, it's like half of the people miss the nostalgia, like the old school days, and then the other half, you know, like the quick, like, fast slide shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But personally, I think dead silence is the main one, and then maps, bro. I think we need good maps. I think the second thing.
He didn't mention time to kill this guy. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, time to kill too, but I mean, time to kill. I don't think that's something they're gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're asking for a list of things you would change. If you were a dev, if you were like in control of everything, what would you change?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I would change. I would up the time to kill a little bit. I wouldn't make it to where it was like a shit ton of bullets, but I would definitely up it a little bit for sure.
Yeah, I think an extra two.
Of course, yeah, an extra 2 bullets would be good.
Extra two would make at least a gun. At least you have a chance to get in a gunfight.
Yeah. No, I agree. Did you see my clip yesterday, right?
Which one?
Bro, I got fucking joked, bro.
Did you?
Bro, he's always good on this. He's always good at like describing everything.
Because, Ray, you should have seen it, bro. You should have seen it. How fast? You should have seen how fast I died. It was unbelievable. It was.
I watched
crazy.
Joe's montage. Did you see Joe's Mercs montage?
Nah.
Oh, really?
He made a montage.
It's hilarious. Yeah, he made like a 2-minute clip, 2 minutes of clips of like him getting bullshitted.
It's on TikTok. I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, but it's on TikTok.
I don't even have TikTok, bro.
Yeah, smart man.
You gotta get your TikTok game up, right?
I'm good. I have like the.
Yo, you ain't
Instagram
down to do a
shorts.
TikTok dance?
Oh my god.
Bro, I am not doing a TikTok dance.
This map's over.
I do follow Ant on TikTok though. I do. I always
I'll
see
hit a
Ant's
dance
TikTok.
Yeah, you
bro.
doing dances on TikTok?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I
dude.
should get TikTok for that.
You kidding me? I'm blowing up and shit, right?
You see, like that's the thing, Tommy, is like I agree. I think the sound thing's annoying for sure. But if you add time to kill, then at least it gives you a chance to react if someone's soundboard you.
Nah, but bro, Ray, it's bad,
bro.
bro.
I know it's
You know
bad.
what I'm
No,
saying?
trust me, I know it's bad. No, but it's like, but I feel like a lot of these things that are like big problems can be like somewhat fixed.
Yeah.
Not necessarily fixed, but at least not as like heavy as they are.
Yeah.
If you make the time to kill not as ridiculous.
But no, I definitely think that's top 3 though. I think sound is one thing. I think time to kill is another thing. And then for the third thing, I don't know. I personally would say maps, but like that's not
I
really
think the
something
maps
to
are pretty
fix.
good. Like we only got 4 maps in the beta. I personally enjoy playing 3 of them. So.
Well, that's good. If you guys enjoy them, I mean, I don't think they're that bad either. But it's hard to tell with 6v6, you know, because
Yeah,
like
no, that's fair. Yeah.
like I think once it's like a 4v4 setting and we see how it like plays out and where the spawns are, like we'll really
It's
get to
it's
see
also
it, you know?
also in comparison to what we played last year, which is
yeah.
which is pretty low standards.
100%. I definitely think right off the bat I get a way better vibe with MW2 than I did all year with Vanguard.
Oh, 100%.
Vanguard's definitely, and listen, I see a lot of the criticism. Like a lot of people think that like Vanguard was more fun. Like I think people are like they don't like how like slow paced this game is per se. But I don't think it's gonna be as slow as people think.
No, it's not.
Like you sprint pretty fast and you could b-hop and shit. You know what I'm saying?
If there wasn't sound horn left and right, then it would still be pretty fast. Like,
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
The sound horn makes it like super easy to just kind of sit in the corner and wait for people.
No, 100%. But you do get dead silence quick, and people are gonna be making plays with it. You know, like people will definitely be making plays with the Daddy.
That's fair.
But I mean, I would definitely like it if they made that shit a perk for sure.
This is my top 3.
What is it, Ant?
My top 3 would
What's
be
your number
obviously
one?
the time to kill. That's
Okay.
like number 1, ideally.
Agreed.
Number 2 is definitely dead silence, 100%. Like playing, like going from Vanguard to having dead silence was fucking amazing. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone complained.
I already know
And
what your
then
third
towards the
one's
end of
gonna
the
be.
year-
I know what your third one's gonna be.
Third one,
Mini map. Is that what your third one's gonna be? Mini map?
I don't really.
I
know
don't think
about
like
third one.
the minimap thing
I don't mind
sucks.
it. Tommy, just because I came from Halo and Halo didn't have a minimap, so
Okay,
it's
fair
like
enough.
not that big of a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much for like competitive because like we call people out anyway. So it's like I know it's not it's easier when you have the dot on the map so you get like precise location for pubs. I think it's more of a pub thing, but like for competitive, like you're gonna call people out anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't really think it matters that much for us. If
But I
anything,
do feel like if the slide is gonna be how it is right now, like I don't mind it, but they just need to have like you know how back in the day there was like stock and all that shit, and then like
Yeah.
that fucking shit would work. There was just so much straight like that's what like took skill back in the day, right? Just
say that again.
strafing and just shooting.
Yeah, strafing. Yeah, movement while shooting. I mean, yeah, it was just about like moving while shooting. You didn't really shoot while you did your movement shit though. Like we never really like slid cancel somewhere on the corner or shit like that.
No,
like,
I'm saying like back then like that was like the main thing, right? Just shooting
Yeah.
while like moving left
Correct.
and right and shit.
Correct. Yeah, correct. It
Well,
was kind of
this
more
is-
like Halo in that sense. Where you
Yeah,
try to make
it-
people miss shots by drop shotting, jump shotting, or strafing.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is that like since we have this like low or I don't know, it just feels like we have no type of strafe speed, dude, with boots on the COD. You know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
there's no type of like there's no skill gap. Like there's literally negative skill
I mean,
skill
yeah,
gap.
that's kind of like the main thing to me is like you can almost encompass all of those like the bigger pieces of like time to kill into like a skill gap element. Like right now the game is extremely easy to get kills on as long as you're positioned. Like as long as you're waiting for your opponent, like you're gonna kill them 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I said boots on the COD. Yeah, boots on the ground COD, dude. Shut the fuck up, dude.
My baba.
You know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like
No, I
the
get you.
skill gap, dude. If we're gonna play boots on the ground COD, like we need straight speed, dude. If you're not gonna give me my slide, all right, I don't give a fuck. At least give me some sort of straight speed.
Yeah, something
You know what
to
I'm saying?
outskill someone else. For
Or,
sure.
or else like it's just like all right, whoever's just premium the angle, like you're just fucked. Like you
Yeah.
can't just fucking.
Correct.
In Black Ops 4, you know, you used to be able to like go around the fucking wall and just straight speed the fuck out of someone. I felt like that took skill.
Yeah, I did.
Because at least like you have a chance at least killing him instead of just fucking
Yeah, now you just
just
die.
running in and all right,
Yeah.
you're fucking
You have to, like,
you're dead
jump
unless
out.
you throw your text.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Oh God, here goes Pat. I got all the fixes to MW2.
All right, what's Pat
I
say?
wonder what they are.
Is focused on those still neutral in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that's fair.
Try and make his way there, but
What?
he's not gonna know
Thoughts on that? Like, let's say
Let's
they don't fix the time to kill. We could just GA all the good guns. Use the shitty guns.
But I feel like the shitty guns are still fucking good as
I mean,
fuck.
yeah, but I mean, it could make it better. It's like right now, if everyone runs MP5s, bro, it's just gonna be like insta kill nonstop.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Nah,
We're
100%
definitely gonna have
Bexy.
to fuck. If this is what it's gonna be, dude, we're
100%
definitely
Bexy,
gonna, like,
100%,
mess
Yeah,
up.
bro.
do something. Yeah.
Anything so where
Like,
somebody's shot
I'm
matters,
almost
like I
positive
agree,
every single
Bexy. Like
pro
I agree with you for sure.
Is not down to play like just MP5 fucking them 4 this time to kill. I mean,
You'd be surprised.
I mean,
I want to
there's
agree
no
with you.
way.
I want to agree with you.
ain't no way, dude. Who has streamed and said that they don't mind the time to kill? Anyone in the chat?
I don't
Anyone
think so.
or has anyone on Twitter said anything about
No, I
that?
don't think so.
Zinni.
was a pretty
Zinni said
vocal.
that? Non-God. Zinni said it.
Wait,
Oh
what did
my
he say?
God.
What did he say?
Nah, he has to retire next year, bro. I'm sorry. Nah, this guy's literally exposing himself, dude.
Wait, what did Ginny say? What did he say?
He likes the time to kill. He likes the time to kill.
Nah, he's trolling if he likes to tell him to kill.
He said, wait, he said he doesn't mind it? You're telling me he said he doesn't mind it, dude?
People in my chat are saying that he did not say that, bro.
Okay. All right, people just trolling, bro.
They troll you, bro. They try to start
So-
drama, bro.
So this has come up a lot in my chat. So you can't really like just up the health. Like it's basically a setting in a private match that we can put, and we can add health to the game. But all of the things that are tuned in the game are derived off whatever health amount that you have now. So I think for like gunplay would probably make it better, but then for everything else like grenades and all the explosions or explosives mainly would be just broken. They just wouldn't
Be
work
like
the same
ass.
way. Yeah, basically like impossible to get a kill with a grenade. It would just like damage someone.
Well, I don't understand. Wait. All right, Ray, explain this to me, right? Because you're like a dev and shit. All right, so in MW, right? Is it like are we not on the same MW engine?
Basically,
The time to kill. So why the fuck is it insane right now?
It's the same engine, but like the weapons are tuned differently. So like, so they could have made like the engine has nothing to do. The engine is more so like the base of the game. Like, imagine you have a gun and it's the receiver. Like the engine is the receiver of the gun, and then everything else they put into the game are attachments, features they add to it. So like,
They just need to lower
engine.
like how good the gun is.
Well, yeah, they just need to change the damage
Is
value.
that easy?
On the
Be
weapons.
honest.
I mean, it's very doable, easy, yes, but like the
How many hours? Like how many hours or days are we talking?
You give me like a full day, I could probably like give you base numbers to start testing on. I mean, you have to think about like every gun. So every gun has a base damage value.
DM'd you, Pat.
Not even actually. Every gun has like a range. So they have typically there's like 3 or 4 different ranges for the guns. So like a gun at like 10 meters, inside 10 meters will do X amount of damage. A gun like between 10 and 20 meters will do a certain amount of damage. And then they have multipliers for all of those things as well. For the headshots and all that stuff. And then the ranges will change that as well. So there's basically a lot of numbers they would have to change per gun. So like if you think of like there's like what, let's say there's like 25 guns at release or 30 guns, and you have to do that basically for every gun.
You think they're like gonna do that?
I mean, I think they're setting themselves up for some bad stuff if they don't. Again, like I think so. You have to think of it this way. So every year since until this next year, a new Call of Duty is going to come out, right?
Yeah.
So no matter what you do with a Call of Duty game, when it releases, people are into it. They'll buy it. You can add your little flavor to it. Like you're trying to release something as good as possible, but retaining your players after they spent the money on the game isn't the most important thing. Like getting them to buy the game is the most important
Can
thing.
y'all drag Pat or no? Can y'all drag him? I don't have powers.
Let me see. Here, I got it. But then this year it'll be the first time that we have a game release that's going to last 2 years. So if they don't retain their players, then where's the money coming in next year? Like the players, the player base has to want to keep playing the game. Like it's vital for them to keep their income coming. So if players aren't playing and they come out with all this new DLC stuff that they're spending that they expect people to spend money on, then no one's spending money because no one's playing. So
So they gotta change it.
like I mean, if that's what everyone wants, then you would think so. It's been a long time that I've seen like a lot of different communities like Warzone pubs and competitive come together like simultaneously and actually want the same thing. At least for like the bigger things, like time to kill. Like I haven't seen anyone like really defend the time to kill thing. Like it seems like everyone's just really talking about how insanely fast you die in this.
Yo,
What up,
What
Pat?
up, Pat?
what it do?
What it do, Pat? What it do, baby?
Let's go, man.
Also, I don't think they'll change time to kill.
I don't think they will at the very start.
It's a massive overhaul to change time to kill. Like changing a few weapons is really easy, but like a full overhaul of time to kill, like you have to basically redesign the entire system.
I mean, just for guns, nah. Like if you not necessarily like.
Bro, you gotta think. Think about how many attachments there are that impact TTK.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like how many
yeah.
damage
Yeah.
and range. Like
Yeah.
you have
So-
to tune every range
That's
value
true.
for every gun, and keep
No,
in
that's what I'm
mind their
saying.
attachment impact.
So I mean, you could just do it like a percentage. So like, it wouldn't be clean. I'm sure there'd be like some stuff that you need to be a little more finicky with. But if you're trying to add like, let's say you're trying to add 2 bullets, like you can, like the multipliers wouldn't really change that much. I mean, I'm sure there's probably a lot more
They would though
complicated
because of how specific those numbers are. Like
shit.
some
Yeah, it's true.
guns.
I didn't deal
probably
with that many
do-
attachments when I was tuning weapons in World War II, so I'm sure there's a lot more finicky than it was.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta think some guns
Yeah,
literally
gun
do
speed is
like
ridiculous.
101 damage, and some do 102 damage. Like
Yeah, no.
there's
Yeah.
so even if we scale it, like it would just be. I don't know.
It
I
definitely
think
takes
the
time. It
big
would
thing-
definitely take time for sure.
Yeah, the big thing is headshot multiplier. I think that's the one thing I would target first because it's a lot easier to do. and I think headshot multiplier is insane.
It's kind of separate, but that's what's crazy to me is like I don't. Everyone hates the multiplier stuff in COD, and like I'm not saying I like it, but if you want that stuff to be impactful, like why not have like your base amount of bullets to kill someone like 5? Then if you actually aim for the head, then you can kill someone a lot quicker. It's not just random shit where you're just I died in 3 bullets instead of 4, or 2 bullets instead of 3. Like
my problem is I think headshot multiplier makes sense in games, but not in COD, especially to the level of like think about the amount of flinch in this game and the amount of
it's
like,
random. Yeah.
recoil, and how good hipfire is. Like
Yeah.
headshots in other games are a skill. In COD, it's just
No,
like
it's not. No, I agree.
it's lucky. Like you're not aiming for the head in a gunfight. Like you just sometimes get a headshot.
Yeah, I mean it's again like I feel like all the movement stuff has made it even worse. Like
What if they
But
just
yeah.
up the health, Pat, and then just made like
Nah.
sniper
But
stronger?
that's what I was saying earlier. Like you could scale the health, but it's not gonna work like the way you think it is because of like
All the
you could up the
explosives.
health, but some guns still could do the same thing. Like it's just how like there are probably some guns that do like 98 damage. Like that's their base like 3-shot, right? And then their 4-shot is like 125. But it's like they're still a 4-shot gun, even though 3 bullets are doing 98 damage on a player. So like even if you scale it, like it's not always gonna work. That's why I was saying like that overhaul to that entire weapon system with gunsmith would be a massive.
I think you give a good dev that's handle weapons a good amount of their lives, and you ask them to make like I think it's like
I'm
a
not saying
full
it
day's work.
It can't be done, but it's more than that. It's a lot of work.
I mean I don't know. Again, I didn't do as many. I'm sure the attachment stuff probably added another day, but
Yeah.
at least what I did when I was designing and I was handling weapon stuff, like when we were testing stuff, like
But World War
I mean, I
II
was pretty
didn't
cool with it.
have attachments that impacted.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
TTK
without
at
the
all.
attachment stuff, like the attachment stuff is really where all
And
the
then
extra work has
on
to come
top
in.
of that, when I think you remember who they're catering the game towards, like I just don't see them actually doing it. You know?
I don't know, dude. Like again, I can see that, like, but at the same time, like if you're a player who isn't very good at the game, yeah, you can kill people quicker. But as well, like if you're just running around and you're just dying instantly, and everything, I think that's even worse. Never had a chance. At least you feel you have a chance if you're gonna shoot someone. Like you get some damage off and you felt like you got into an engagement. But now it's like you're literally just dead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What I hate is, and what I experience is like, it feels like there's so many design choices that are literally like, we want players to get free kills almost, right? Like,
Yeah.
look at the reload thing. Like, if you start reloading, like, unless you finish that full reload animation, you are dead if someone comes around the corner. Like, you can't cancel it, you can't shoot. Like, you have to fully go through the reload, and that's never been like that in any COD.
They have like 4 different kind of bouncing Betty shit too. They have claymores.
Yeah.
They have the IEDs. They have the fucking like it's insane, bro.
For some
Like,
reason, it feels like they leaned way too far into like the military sim than like an arena shooter. Because
I mean,
it doesn't feel like an arena.
it feels
shooter.
like It feels like hardcore. Like it's.
Yeah, it's like Battlefield
That's the
on
best
like
way I
COD
can put it.
maps.
I mean, I wouldn't even go that far. I think even Battlefield has like. I mean, the time to kill in Battlefield I think is longer than it is on this game. Like, it literally feels like it's basically hardcore mode from the previous games. They took some of the UI elements out, which you have in hardcore. You have instant kill basically like you do in hardcore, and then it's super sound based because of the fact that you have no UI. Like they just give you nothing. They're just like go ahead and like run around and try and use the sound to your advantage and just instantly kill people.
I don't understand the sound like thing, and the reason is because looking at your minimap is an actual skill gap. Sound is not a skill gap. Like anyone with the headset can pre-aim a lane where they hear a guy coming from. There's no skill gap to that. But like constantly peeking your minimap, that's so much more skill than just hearing people.
Well, you're gonna
coming
have
around
to
a corner.
still look at your mini map though, regardless of the red dots or not. You know, like
Kind of.
Nah, you'll have to because I mean,
I don't feel like it's as
to
important.
see like what gaps are open and what needs to be filled in.
Yeah, I
and,
mean, right.
you
but
know, like shit like that.
But not nearly as much though. It's like for example, like I agree. Like let's say you look where your teammates are going, you fill the gap that needs to be filled.
Yeah.
But then after that, once you take your route, like by the time your route ends, like you're not really gonna look at your minimap again. It's not really gonna matter.
Also, you get to see
because
the sky
right,
cam when you
what about
respawn.
like challenging together too? Like you want to make sure you're doing stuff with your team, right? So like that's all gonna be minimap, you know? Like
I feel like that's achieved more
comms.
through small talk now. Yeah.
Yeah, like comms and I mean, yeah, it's a little
To a
bit of
certain
both.
extent, I agree, but it's not like I'm more on Pat's side. I think it's gonna be like substantially less than it was before.
Yeah.
Did you guys remove the sky cam in Modern Warfare 19?
Yeah.
In competitive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't
Well, in CDL, well, they like I don't know what they did, but in CDL, we had like the CDL version, and then we just put that on, and then the Skycam wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was in like an actual setting or whatever.
I think it's because of the time it took away from the gameplay, right? It wasn't really because the feature was bad.
It's like an
just
added
more-
respawn delay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically you have an extra like half a
That's
second.
what I
of
was
time.
noticing. Like the respawn delay is 0, right? And you just in Dom and Hardpoint, but
Everything,
like because of the sky cam, it's like 5 seconds.
It's not that long.
Well, it's an amount of time because you have to fly in and then go through like the weapon load animation before you're able to move. Like it's
haven't
more than
noticed
0
either.
at least.
Yeah, no, 100%.
My God, dude.
All right, here's my list though. Here's my list. There's
your
more
list?
than
What's your
3.
list?
There's more than
Okay.
3.
What are the big 3 though? Like start with the big 3. Like I'm here today and I'm giving you the reins for.
Well,
IW.
what are we talking though? Like overall gameplay or competitive gameplay?
Overall gameplay?
Okay,
Things that will affect the game in positive way for everything.
gotcha. Yeah. So my numero uno for overall gameplay is red dots back on the minimap, and the UAV speed has got to get nerfed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the UAV speed at which it scans across the map is faster than I've ever seen in any COD.
Really?
Bro,
Wait, really? I didn't even notice that.
If you pay attention to the UAV speed, I swear it's like it used to like scan the map like all the way. I feel like
Yeah.
it just goes straight
Haven't.
across now. Like the UAV.
Oh,
It
you're saying
is really
oh,
good. The UAV
You're
is
saying
really
the
good.
Scan, you're saying this. You're not saying like the amount it scans. You're saying the scan itself.
Yeah, the scan speed, like
Gotcha,
how
gotcha,
long
gotcha,
it goes
gotcha.
across your screen. I feel like it's almost radar on. Like no bullshit. That's what it feels like.
Wait, actually, that is-
No,
Bro,
it
it's
does
so
feel like
bad.
that. Like I didn't even notice that,
Yeah,
but like low
UAVs
key,
are
you're
very
right.
strong.
Like they made
That's fair.
UAVs like a crutch.
I mean, they didn't really have a choice because I mean, it's like you took all the red dots away from the start, so it's like that's the incentive. Is like
and
sound
that
more
also,
camp, get free kills, and then here you have your UAV. Now you can just run around.
and that also fucks people who have any type of hearing impaired, like any disability related to hearing. Like they have no visible way to see people that people who aren't hearing impaired can. So I think that's a complete
All right, what's number 2?
overall
Yep,
gameplay.
what's your next one?
My next one, it's kind of a combination, but it's one gameplay element. So I think they should chalk slide canceling, like completely remove it the same way they I guess intended to,
What's,
but didn't.
like the way
remove
it's
bug
now, or
system. No, yeah, I think it should be the way it is without the manipulation through mantle right now. Like
gotcha.
basically the shitty slide, like you can't slide to engage.
Yeah.
But I think they need to drastically improve sprint to fire, sprint to ADS, and ADS walk speed, like base ADS walk speed. I
Yeah,
think
that's-
like all 3 of those
Yeah.
have to be improved to chalk slide canceling.
The strafing, like just add these
Yeah,
more
yeah,
combat
yeah.
elements. Yeah, no, I was just talking about that a minute ago. I agree 100%.
Like base, that all has to be improved to
Right.
chalk slide canceling. And then
100%.
my third one would probably be to reduce base footstep volume and then make dead silence a perk, but make it like not fully silent. Like basically you would set like the range at which you could barely hear footsteps, kind of like how World War II was, like even with Mountain, like you could still hear like people really close to you. But you re-implement the
The fuck's going on in this game?
it bug.
you re-implement the way footstep volume worked, where like if you're crouch or ADS strafing, you get fully silence. So like
Yeah.
in COD 4, you remember like you would crouch around, be fully silent.
I
If
think
you're ADS strafing, you'd be fully
I
silent.
would I would like anything that's not sprinting. Like it's almost like you have 3 tiers of sound where like tack sprinting's the loudest, just regular sprinting
Yeah,
is
like
the second
100%,
loudest,
70%,
and then everything else is
50%.
completely quiet.
I wouldn't say completely silent, like without the
maybe,
perk.
yeah, maybe a lot less. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But I mean, let's say you have the perk on. Like
Yeah.
I think it should be completely silent, Pat. Personally.
But it would
Like
be
at
it would
everything?
be like it would be to the point, Tom, where it's like you would have to be like around the wall and someone comes right across from you, and that's when you hear him.
Yeah,
like
but I'm saying what Ray said. I would like, you know, like say you were walking or crouching, you're dead silent, and then if you were sprinting, you know, there's like that little bit of sound, you know.
Well, I think it's
element.
crouch and ADS. I think that's the two things. Like for me, crouch and ADS would be fully silent. Walking would be like whatever percent, sprinting would be whatever percent, and then tack sprint would be like full volume.
Yeah.
Whatever that volume is.
Yeah. It's very hard to make a play, you know, when you're being heard so loudly. Like it's just.
But if they did that, I would then take the field upgrade and make it like pure movement speed boost. So like right now, I'm pretty sure you're getting a little bit of movement speed as is. I would just rename whatever that field upgrade is to like basically overdrive from AW, where you just get like
I'm pretty sure the
movement speed boost.
You're talking about like the dead sounds gives you movement speed. I'm pretty sure it's just the FOV change that makes it look like you're actually moving quicker.
I thought that too, but Exclusive Ace put out a little video where you're actually moving faster. It's not a lot, but it is like X meters a second faster. Yeah.
No, yeah, I feel like you actually do go faster, especially if you get kills. Like it feels like you're going really fast.
I think you're right in Modern Warfare 19.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 19. Yeah.
But in this game, you're a little bit faster. It looks like.
Gotcha.
But I would make that the field upgrade, like a actual movement speed buff.
Right.